Okay, come. So this particular question is from last week's work. All right, this particular question is from last week's work. Let's take a look at it. All right. Please, during your exam, right, you need to bring something called your protractor to school. All right, your protractor to school. Protractor is the one that measures the what? You see this one? You don't see not? All right, the one that measures the angles one. But sure, no, you just got to bring. All right, bring your protractor and your ruler and your calculator every time for the exam. All right, it's a must to bring. Okay, so down here, right, they ask you to measure a 55 degrees. All right, they say that AD, this is AD, and AB, they actually form two sides of a trapezium. Oh, what is the meaning of a trapezium, children? Only one pair of parallel lines. All right, only one pair of parallel lines. All right, that is the very important property of a trapezium you need to know. Only one pair of parallel lines. And the question said that ABC is 55. ABC is 55. So if you can do an estimation, this is like a 90, can you see now? This part is 90. So it must be anything lesser than this, can you see? So if you have a protractor, if you can use to measure at 55, all right, you put the cross of the protractor here. If you put it down there, right, this one, you look at it, it's pointing to the 0. You look at the inward scale. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 is down here. 55 is down here. This is 55. In the center of 50 and 60. All right, so you must know how to read. So how do I always read? I always put the cross down here of the protractor. All right, then I start from the 0 mark. I don't care about the 180. So this is the 180 mark, 170 mark, 160 marks. I don't care. I start from the 0 mark. I count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. So it must be along. It must be along here. All right, it must be along here. Let me draw my lines first. All right, it must be along here. Oops. All right. So please, must know how to read your protractor, understand? Okay, so your line will be along there. And they say that it's a trapezium, right? One pair of parallel lines. All right, obviously this purple and AD cannot be parallel. All right, so the only parallel line I can draw is with this. You see, here and here. Parallel. You see that? Okay, that's the one pair of parallel line. So in this case, right, this portion here will be my C. ABCD. Can you see? All right, down here is a 55 degrees. Don't worry. All right, your exam will be on a piece of paper, so it's easier for you to measure. But please remember to bring your protractor along, please. Please. Kalista, why am I looking at myself? So scary. Oh my goodness. All right, so complete the drawing of the trapezium by identifying point C on the grid. Point C is represented by a number 9. So 9 is your answer. Measure angle BCD. So I'm supposed to measure this. All right, so children, actually, right, I taught you this already. I taught you this. All right, this is called the armpit rule, remember? All right, so the man is down here, for example. All right, there's his armpit. There's his armpit. Can you see? All right, so it's within the parallel lines. All right, we call this interior angle. Remember this? I taught you something like that. You see? That one. Okay, when this one and this one is parallel, these two angles add up together to form a 180 degrees. All right, so all you got to do, right, because we know that it is 55 degrees, angle BCD is 180 degrees minus the 55 degrees. All right, answer is actually 125 degrees. Is that okay? All right, so I went through angles with you, the 3 parallel rules that you need to know, the Z rule, the F rule, and the U rule. So this is basically the U rule. But your U doesn't look like U, you look at C. Okay. All right, so it's usually like that, like that. Also can. All right, so this one looks like a C. Some of you argue. Can, no problem. Okay, so these are the ways to solve this type of question. Very easy to secure. Grab it. All right, you are not supposed to make any mistake. Question 14 is on percentage. All right, hello Darius. All right, so we are still doing on worksheet number 37. Hello Jasmine. All right, so let's finish up with worksheet number 37. Question 13, 14, and 15 first before going into this week's worksheet. All right. Okay, let's take a look at question 14. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. 80% of the children in the hall are girls. So children, every time I look at this, right, what do? I will go and find out what is the opposite. 100% minus 80%. 20% are what? Boys. I will do that. Children. Because this one is an extra clue. Extra clue for me. All right. And not boys means girls lah, children. So I just go and find out first. OMG. The question say what? There are 1,028 boys. And 20% are boys. What can you say? You can say that the 20% represents the 1,028. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. How many children are there all together? So all together means 100%, including the girls. Right? Children, the word children represent boys and girls. That's why I always call you children, right? Right? I always call you children, right? Because there's boys and girls in the class. So instead of finding 1%, I can just times 5, immediately find 100%. Faster. So you take your calculator, or you have to work out 1028 times 5 should give you a 5140 children. All right, so it's a mix of boys and girls. They are called children. Is that okay, children? Yes! All right, so again, please, children, must learn to compare apple with apple. Boys and boys, girls and girls. Hello, hubby. All right, you must be able to compare things fairly. Then you can use your rate to help you. Understand, my children? Nothing difficult. Nothing difficult. And for your exam, right, you can do it also. All right, I believe you can do it. All right, most of you are actually quite strong, getting stronger every single day. All right, so you need to have more confidence in yourself. All right. So I was telling the students who came in early just now that next year around this time, you'll be preparing for your PSLE. Actually, going to finish your PSLE. All right, so the PSLE student only left with the science paper and the higher mother tongue. All right, so next year, this time, you also will be in this situation. So you got one more year to prepare, children. Make this 1 year count. All right, it's going to be a little bit challenging. Yes. Heard that this year the math is easy. I heard that this year the math is easy. Okay. So next year might be a bit more. Next year your year will be a bit more challenging lah. All right, so you all better get prepared, man. Not trying to scare you, but you got 1 year to prepare. Better do your best. Okay. Lavanya, I'm talking to the most of them lah. I'm not talking about you. All right, yours is yeah. Okay, come. Shanice, oh nice. I think Bernice and Shanice should be best friends. Y'all got the word nice behind. Mix 0.35 liters of honey with 1.85 liters of water. So this is a mixture, right? You mix water and honey together. Can you see? So when you mix them together, right, the mix, right, will be equal to what? All right, you take 0.35 liters of honey plus 1.85 liters of water. All right. So for those who don't know how to add decimal, this is how you do it. Make sure the decimal, the dots are in line, children. All right. Please ensure that the dots are in line. Not dot, not DOG. The dots down here, children. All right. The dots must be in line. All right. So 5 plus 5 is a 10. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put the 1 up here. 2.20. 2.20 liters is the mix. All right. Sure, don't put a 0. Yes, you can don't do that. It's okay. All right. But for money, usually for money, it's so funny. So for money, right, you have to put up to 2 decimal places. So for example, the answer is 3.5. Cannot. You must put a 0 behind. money, you must put a 0. All right, that's a very important part of money you need to know. Every 6 years, the paper will be hard. Really? Oh my goodness. Some of you are predicting next year will be difficult. Yes, that's why I said. That's why I say it's challenging already. All right, the mixture is then poured into bottles of 500 ml each. Oh, yeah. This is in ml. ml. I better change one to ml. Liters to milliliters. All right, so liters to milliliters. Please remember the conversion. Liters to ml is times 1,000. ml back to liters is divided by 1,000. All right, so 2.2 times 1,000, that should give you a number. What is it? All right, you should know how to move the decimal. Times mean to the right. 30 means 3 movement. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so your answer will be 2200 ml. So 2200 ml, you're supposed to put into a bottle. Each 500 ml. Can you see now? Both of these are in ml. It's very fair. All right, so 500, right? You can think of your 500 timetable. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. This is your 500 timetable. Can you see not? So you only need up to 2,200 because that's what you have. So you can only fill up to what? Can you see not? 4 full bottles. You can only fill up to 4 full bottles. And there will be a remaining amount. How much? Can you see? 4 full bottles is 2,000. You have 2,200. So there will be a remaining amount of 200 ml. Woohoo! How much mixture was left behind? Express the answer in milliliters. 200 lah. Easy, right, children? Easy must know how to do and score lah. All right, because there will be some tough question, definitely one. All right, so easy question, you must try to secure as best as possible. All right, you can do it. Oh my goodness. All right, Jay, your mom is going to MediaCorp for what? All right, is she going to be an actor? Oh, maybe she's an actor. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about your parents. I don't even know you well also. All right. Yeah. All right. So oh, she's not not an actress. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. So my wife always tell me to go for some acting lesson. All right. She think that I can survive in the MediaCorp also. All right. But no lah. I rather entertain you all. Excuse me. Yeah. I rather spend my time entertaining you all. Right. Okay. Actually, teaching is one of my hobby also last time. So actually, it's quite important, children, to know what you like to do in future. All right. Or maybe along the way, right, you try to find out what you like to do. All right. So last time I happened to find out that I like to teach lah, honestly. All right. So I started off with teaching 1 or 2 students privately. All right. I still remember my first student. I don't know I got to tell you this story before or not. My first student, his name is called Sam. Yeah, my very first student, he's called Sam. And he was from Fairfield Primary. Right, Fairfield Primary. Yeah. So I was trying to tell my P6 that if they have any cousins, or maybe no, if they have any uncles, all right, whose name is called Sam, and maybe aunties whose name is called Amy. Because Sam and Amy are brother and sister. Yeah. I was telling my P6 that I want to find them. Yeah, I want to find them because yeah, I did something which I regretted lah. Because it's the first student. Sam is my first student. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to find them and apologize to Sam. No, not something that bad lah, don't worry. All right. Yeah. But in a way I'm guilty lah. Guilty, I feel lah. So sometimes it's like that. All right. Sometimes you do certain thing that you feel guilty about. What happened? All right. To tell you, all right. But don't share. All right. So last time Sam was a very naughty boy. So the mother gave me the cane. And say that, yeah. And the mother said that if he's naughty, just whack lah. And it's a cane, it's a cane, those bamboo cane, the long one. 藤条 really. Yeah, brutal.